Good night and greetings. The Wuhan virus is back this time with the new name BF7, the subvariant of Omicron. It's highly transmissible, it's highly contagious, and it can infect you even if you are vaccinated. Where is the subvariant circulating so mostly in China, but it's spreading like wildfire. They're infecting people at an alarming pace. This back the question: can the subvariant be contained mainland, or will it spill over the rest of the world? Let's try to find out. Hello and welcome. This is the Moon News. My name is Widiana binti Nafil. Let's get to the points. China's zero COVID policy has failed. Xi Jinping has been left humiliated. He locked his people down for months, imposed draconian restrictions on them, with the promise of rooting the virus out 3 years, countless cases, and God knows how many deaths. Later, China is back to square one. Infection has spiked. Cases of soaring schools are shut. It's like a deja vu moment, a rerun of nightmare called 2020. Let me take you through some images which we accessed over the last week. They are distressing to say the least. The last one is from Sichuan. It shows that moment a doctor suddenly falls unconscious, a lie slumped on his chair, and his colleagues rush to help. This is a stage of affairs in China where doctors cannot bear the workload and they are collapsing out of exhaustion. Meanwhile, an ICU in shocking patients were seen laying on the floor receiving CPR from automated machine with a group of doctors huddled nearby. This is Tianjin emergency rooms are packed with people. Many are attending patients themselves in Beijing. Most are filled with dead bodies yet. China says that not more than 7 people have died in the last few weeks. In another part of Beijing's gymnasiums have turned into makeshift fever clinics. Image that people are queuing outside tents, waiting to seek treatment. And in yet another part of the city, the wave have burned funeral homes. Buses burying the dead have lined up our driveways. Outside crematoriums in Shanghai, the streets have turned empty. The schools have been shut down. The city currently resembles a ghost town. Meanwhile, the residents of Shanghai are lining up outside fever clinics trying to buy urgent medicine. The queue stretch as far as I can see, and it's the same situation in Hong Kong. People are hoarding the medicines, stocking up on painkillers and test kits, storing in case the situation gets worse. In Wuhan, the place where it all started, Chinese censors have blocked the image. Only reports like these are coming out. They say the residents in Wuhan are bracing themselves for more suffering. All these visuals make you wonder that what on earth is going on in China? Why is there such a panic? Why are people so worried about predictions like these? Give you an answer. This one from Wuzhou. He's China chief epidemiologist, a top doctor of sorts like Dr. Anthony Fauci. Zuni recently issued a grim warning. He has predicted a COVID tsunami, which will come in 3 waves. He says the first wave is already here. It started in mid-December and will end around mid-Jan. Basically, the current spike in infections can be termed as the first wave. The second wave will hit immediately after the first. It will begin around mid-January, coinciding with the Lunar New Year, a week-long period of celebrations, which is usually marked by mass travel. Tens of millions Chinese citizens go home to their families, and Zunio says that will take the virus home. This wave will apparently last till mid-February, and that's when the third wave will arrive. As Chinese citizens return to their office, they will take new variants back to their workplace. This will lead to a plethora of fresh infections and hospitalization. This begin in mid-February and last till mid-March. So here's the things: China may or may not infect the world again. The virus may not cause another global wave. Let's get one thing absolutely clear: Xi Jinping will be the reason if all this does happen. Xi Jinping will be the reason if we witness a rerun of the nightmares that was 2020. And Xi Jinping will be the reason if millions die again due to this virus. And with that, I raise my case.
Good night and greetings. Now we go to the entertainment news segment. I'm Nurul Aini binti Yem will accompany your evening with sensational entertainment news about the movie trailer in the cinemas. Local animated films continue to gain a place among fans when the 3D animated film Mekamato managed to collect a Hulk collection of 1.1 million ringgit on the first day of release. Animostar Studios said in a statement that the company was very moved and hoped that many more would support the local animated film, which also attracted the attention of fans around the world. Previously, the Chief Executive Officer of Animostar Studios, Nizam Abdul Razak, informed that the 3D animated film Mekamato is a copy of a local work that is loaded with culture in Malaysia. As a director and writer of Mekamato, Nizam has high hopes that the Malaysian audience will give full support to this film. Nizam also set a ticket sales target of 30 million ringgit. 3D Mekamato animation produced by Animostar Studios and Astro Shop will be shown in 150 cinemas throughout Malaysia. The first official trailer was uploaded on the Animostar YouTube channel on January 1, 2021. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good evening. Next, we are going to natural disaster news. Early morning, 16 December, it was reported that 94 people were feared to be trapped after a landslide in the Batang Kali near Genting Highlands, buried in camping site. Since then, have found 61 people who were trapped in the landslide. Search and rescue operations continue and 17 people. At 1 p.m., it has been reported that 16 people have died in tragedy. Firemen from Kuala Kubu Baru, Rawang, Genting Highlands, Sentosa, Ampang, Pandan, Kota Anggrek, Kajang, and Andalas Station were deployed to assist in the rescue operations. Personnel from the Fire and Rescue Department's Elite Special Tactical Operation and Rescue Team of Malaysia and K9 units are also on site. The body of the last victim of the landslide incident at the farthest organic farm campsite here was found inside a sleeping bag at a depth of 1.5 meters at 4:50 p.m. Hul Selangor Police Chief Sufyan Abdullah said the body on the boy aged between 7 and 12 was found face down on the hillside about 4 meters from campsite, and the body was fully clothed but had started to decompose, adding that it was taken to Sungai Buloh Hospital for a post-mortem. Selangor Fire and Rescue Department Deputy Director Wan Mat Razali Mat Wan Ismail said the last victim was found after being manually dug up by rescue personnel who detected the flow of liquid believed to be from the body. The landslide that hit at 2:42 a.m. claimed the life of 31 victims. Of the figure, 13 were children. That's all for me. Thank you.
Residents of Kelantan who live in low-lying area and often flooded need to remain alert to the current situation because the flood periods are not yet fully end. The north-east monsoon MTN, which brings strong wind and heavy rain until the flood course usually start in November and is expected end in March every year. Contain climate change at the moment make residents in low-lying areas often face shockers so they can sleep well at night thinking about the threat very time in rain heavily. The situation can be seen when Kelantan recorded an average rainfall exceeding the average monthly rainfall. As a result, 44 monsoon flooding incidents were recorded in the state based on the statement of Ministry of Natural Resources. Even Environment and Climate Change, Nik Azmi Nik Ahmad during the post-flood action program in Tumpat. Last December 29, the average rainfall see some areas that have never been flooded also face the situation this time. Causing the situation, the drainage system that is not perfect, especially the orange shore of flood. This matter needs to giving special attention by the state government and not just give excuses to cover up weaknesses. On the other hand, the people want the work to continue because this problem has been going on for a long time. Similarly, without the end, the situation caused some among the victims to admit being surprised by the rising water levels so quickly and they not have time to pack. Some among the victims only bring essential necessary to the shelter to temporary evacuation center PPS. Surprisingly, among the victims in several areas in Rantau Panjang, they had to use flood water for drinking, cooking and bathing due to lack of clean water supply. They also among the victims who blessed and rational food supply due to rising water level with 2 months left before the flood period and completely. Residents in low-living areas who are victims last December need to be alert to facing any possibility.
Next, we go to the entertainment news abroad. New Year celebrations are celebrated all over the world after the COVID-19 pandemic subsided. It is celebrated with the prevalence of fireworks shows between the focus countries, which is United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom and Australia. As expected, almost every year the United Arab Emirates break world record with its spectacular firework display in 30 locations. The world's tallest tower, Burj Khalifa, witnessed a 40-minute fireworks display. The event was also enlivened with laser shows, drones, and concerts. Sydney is also one of the world's focus points every year, which is one of the earliest locations to celebrate the New Year. About 1 million visitors flood the area around the Opera House and Harbour Bridge not to miss the chance to see the show of nearly 10,000 fireworks. New Year's celebration in New York is lively with the concentration of 10,000 visitors in Times Square. The tradition of this celebration has been held almost every year since 1907. About 100,000 visitors gather in the area along the Thames River to see the 12,000 fireworks display at the London's Eye. This is the first time it has been organized since 2019 due to the constraints of the COVID-19 pandemic. It is estimated that 10,000 of visitors flooded the Champs-Élysées, Paris, to witness the New Year celebration this time. Police forces were also deployed as a precaution to prevent any untoward incident from happening. New Year celebrations in Bangkok are lively with fireworks along the Chao Phraya River. About 30,000 environmentally friendly fireworks are used for this celebration. The focus in Brazil is definitely Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro. The celebration was colored with a fireworks show along the coast. Well, that's it for tonight Moon News. Wrap it up. Let's watch New Year 2023 Eve celebration in various countries. With that, good night and Assalamualaikum.